Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim has charged members of Soludo Support Group to sell all the lofty projects Governor Chukwuma Soludo has accomplished in the state to Anambra to achieve his re-election bid. Dr. Ibezim gave the charge while flagging off You Need to Know campaign, membership verification, and unveiling of new Soludo Support Group uniform at Professor Dara Akunyili Women's Development Center in Awka. Political correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim now reports.
Ibezim noted that since 2019, when Soludo Support Group was formed, their support to the governor has been consistent and has yielded dividends of good governance in Anambra, and disclosed that Governor Soludo's performance for the past 2 years had surpassed the achievements of past governors of the state since 2006. The deputy governor informed the gathering that for the past 2 years, Governor Soludo has constructed over 400 kilometers of roads, employed over 8,000 teachers, transformed primary healthcare centers and general hospitals in Anambra, gave free delivery services to pregnant women, and currently constructing a flyover at Ekulobia to ease traffic in the area, among others.
On behalf of Mr. Governor, housing, agriculture, unemployment.
What he promised and what he has done, matching it word for word with his manifesto. You see that he promised water, Taiwan water. Water is running in some cities now. He promised health, good health, quality health. 5 general hospitals built in Anambra North Senatorial Zone. Existing ones renovated, rehabilitated, and well equipped. Free antenatal, free delivery. He has lived up his word.
From 1999, I think this is the right time Anambra will change.
On his part, the coordinator of Soludo Support Group in Anambra Central, Chief Obi Ochije Modlim, expressed joy that ever since the group was formed in 2019 in Lagos, it has lived up to the expectations, assuring that they will market the good works of Governor Soludo to the Anambra. In their separate speeches, the state chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Chief Ifat Obi Okoye, and the chairman on the occasion, Chief John Mechie, represented by the National President, Anambra State Association of Town Union, Barrister Titus Abudo, described the group as the mother of all support groups in Anambra and urged them to strive to attract more members to the group by selling the projects of the governor. Chief Mechie commended Soludo Support Group for the significant role they play in the emergence of Professor Soludo as governor of Anambra State, and urged them to take the campaign of Governor Soludo's good governance in Anambra to their neighbors, villages, and community in order to achieve the re-election bid of the governor. The chairman, board of trustees of the group, Chief Basil Osuoku, also spoke at the event. In Awka, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, has insisted that any product produced or imported into the country must meet the minimum standards, registered and certified, to reduce the impact of substandard products on the economy and the health of Nigerians. This resolution to uphold the best practices as it concerns different products in Nigerian markets formed the crux of the matter at a one-day sensitization workshop held by the organization in Awka. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokwe now reports.
Workshop which had its theme, zone requirements and compliance monitoring activities to curb the influx and sale of substandard products in the country, was organized by the Inspectorate and Compliance Directorate of the organization in Awka. The one-day sensitization attracted manufacturers, marketers, and stakeholders whose value chain are involved in products manufacturing and importation in Anambra, Enugu, and Ebonyi states. It also attracted partner organizations who joined join hands with SON in clamoring for standardization of products circulating in the markets and bringing to the barest minimum the number of fake and counterfeit products. Welcoming the participants to Awka, the Director General and Chief Executive of SON, Dr. Ifeanyi Okeke, said the public sensitization is timely as the President Bola Tinubu administration makes efforts to turn around the nation's economy and to elicit support and collaborations and challenge all stakeholders in Anambra State to follow due process in their businesses, saying it will ensure mutual business growth and public safety. The Director General, who spoke through the Director of Public Relations in the organization, Dr. Mrs. Folusho Bolaji, disclosed that SON has not relented in its regulatory functions as they have confiscated many fake and substandard products, arraigned and tried suspects involved at federal courts.
Let us endeavor to grow our own product brands and encourage more investment by standard adherence.
Anambra State Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Mr. Christian Udechukwu, said the sensitization was important as the state government is determined to ensure that products available to Ndi Anambra in the state are of highest standards.
We are delighted to welcome the interest of SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria, and all the other partner organizations that are presently seated at the table and some that may not be here.
In his presentations, the head of SON Inspectorate and Compliance Directorate, Mr. Pius Manji Lawan, maintained that their objective is to build a sustainable nationwide inspectorate and compliance structure for achieving an effective enforcement regime.
The mission is to eradicate to the barest minimum the importation, production, and sale of substandard products in Nigeria.
Commissioner of Police Mr. Nnae Obono Itam, who spoke through an Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Anietie Eyo, commended SON for the initiative and their dedication to promoting quality standards and protecting consumers. In their various good news messages, the chairman, Anambra State Alumni Manufacturers Association, Mr. Emeka Amalunze, and the president, Automobile Manufacturers and Importers Association, Nnewi, Mr. Austin Jidofo, extolled the activities of SON to ensure standardization, saying they will always comply and work in collaboration with them. In Awka, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Following reports of a planned nationwide protest against the economic hardship in the country, Ohanaeze Ndigbo Anambra State Chapter has appealed to youth in Anambra not to participate in the exercise. The state president of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Chief Emeka Udodeme, who made the stance of the group known at the press at the secretariat of the organization in Awka, revealed that the group is concerned that though the reasons for the protest are germane, it might be hijacked by unscrupulous elements. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye tells us more.
The group acknowledged the economic hardship in the country and the rights of citizens to peaceful protest, but expressed worries that the protest might be hijacked by some individuals or groups who may have other ulterior motives, saying that when such happens, the protest would surely turn violent, while the end result will be destructive. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization recalled the experiences of such protests in the past, especially as they affect Ndigbo, such as the EndSARS protest in 2020 and the currency redesign protest of February 2023 that led to the destruction of many banks and public properties. They appeal to Ndi Anambra to heed to the advice and refuse to be lured into taking part in the said protest, but to go their normal businesses peacefully without fear, as the police have assured of adequate security for Nigerians conducting themselves peacefully.
While we acknowledge economic hardship in the country, as well as the right of the citizens to peaceful protest, Ohanaeze is however worried that the protest might be hijacked by some unscrupulous individuals and groups who may have other ulterior motives. And it is our concern that once it is hijacked, the protest would surely turn violent and the end result will be destruction and looting.
They further appealed to people in the commercial cities of Onitsha, Nnewi, Ekulobia, and Awka to be law-abiding and go about their normal businesses, but to be extremely vigilant, as any such protest in those cities could be easily hijacked by hoodlums whose sole aim would be to destroy and loot properties. The APES Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization also called on parents, guardians, president generals, and traditional rulers to dissuade their children, wards, and subjects from participating in the demonstration, stating that the current hardship in the country, no doubt, is excruciating, but the solution does not lie in taking to the street. Instead, they urge Nigerians to remain prayerful and support the government in its efforts to turn the economy around by the various reforms it is introducing.
So we appeal to them wherever they are, both in Lagos, Abuja, anywhere, and especially in the university, to please shun this protest. We are more worried about the consequences.
In Awka, I am Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
MIGNET Concept International has announced it will host Southeast World-Class Digital Summit at Enugu on 1st August 2024. The event, which is a public-private sector structured initiative of MIGNET Concept International with government of the southeastern states, is designed for end clusters of investment communities in Southeast Chambers of Commerce. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike filed on this report.
Participants at the summit will brainstorm on the theme Transforming the Region with Digital Technologies. Addressing journalists, the executive officer of MIGNET Concept International, Mr. Mike Nebo, revealed that the summit seeks to build a formidable society and economy driven by digital technologies. According to Mr. Nebo, with technology having taken over the global stage, it is important to fully integrate the prevailing trend that has revolutionized learning, transaction, lifestyle, and living into the very fabric of the region for development and growth. He applauded the Southeast governors for embracing and implementing this reality, pointing out that the summit tends to raise the bar higher by first sensitizing the people and showcasing the opportunities the people and states can take advantage of, while inviting interested participants to register online for the summit on southeastdigitalsummit.com. Mr. Nebo said that participants will receive certificates signed by government executives and explore opportunities with tech firms with their products for each sector through a mini fair.
We are bringing tech organizations together just to see how we can enhance our technology in this region. Technology is already taking the space of every other thing. It will be faster for you to achieve your aim or your goal.
On her part, the media consultant of the firm, Mrs. Ifi Aruonu-Okafor, said the time has come for the Southeast to start developing as a region and avoid competitions among them and enjoying them to collaborate, introspect, and build a common front geared towards becoming a formidable region that will always be factored into conversation at the national level.
Every state will be duly represented there on the table so that we'll all move together as a united Southeast region of Nigeria. We need to come together and learn from each other and build on what we have so that we will become a tech power region.
For the Chief Executive Officer of Tech Hub Nigeria Limited, Mr. Chima Amos, and the Managing Director of Global Star Tech Limited, Obeche Chinedu, one of the major impacts of the project is the empowerment of the workforce in the region with a system that will help them learn and practice on how to use computers for their ICT task, assuring that it will be a learning, training, and networking opportunities for people in various sectors with digital tools. In Awka, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
Awka Development Union Nigeria Women's Wing has held its 2024 annual general meeting with a call on Awka women to be agents of change, not minding challenges of the present time. Correspondent Kinechukwu Chukwudi filed on this report.
During the event, the President General of ADUN Women's Wing, Barrister Oge Ekwozo, described the gathering as important to Awka women as it served as a platform for exchanging ideas on issues that affect Awka and its women, as they have prayed fervently for some ugly trends happening in the town and also went to schools to enlighten the young ones. Barrister Ekwozo appreciated Awka women based in the United States of America, including Mrs. Obianama and Nkiru Onwemelie, Mrs. Obi Nnebe, Amechi Chibogo, Mr. Fred Chinwuba, amongst others, for being instrumental to this year's meeting.
Schools now go massive. Why they should not continue to be where they are? There is need for us to come together. You will be here, and when we cannot move over the forward. So let them please come together. A
retired controller of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Mrs. Mma Okafor, in her remark pointed out that the event was an annual one and included ADUN Women's Wing from different branches, as well as a platform to encourage women not to deviate from their core responsibilities of being godly and live positively.
You have to create time for these children. Teach them those things. What are so teach them so that they will know. What you teach them, what they grow with. Do you understand? But if you don't teach them, how do they learn? So now mothers should do their work. Not only be mothers in your character, in your conduct, in your behavior.
Mrs. Ngozi Ozemena, a leader of AZ section of Oka in the organization, said that the subjection and decision of women should not be relegated to the background in order to have a progressive society, and warned against drug abuse by youths. While Dr. Ifeoma Aguiyi appreciated the President General of the organization, Barrister Ekwozo, for leading them purposefully, even as a representative from the Oka Youth Council, Mr. Ikechukwu Chinweze, said that women are catalysts for change and called on Oka women and other stakeholders to act against some anomalies going on in the town.
Thank the women for using their annual meeting to also talk about even in Oka, and I'm happy that they have also decided that they will raise their voice more, that they will talk more, that they will do everything possible. They will call everybody possible. If possible, let's come to a meeting. Let's sit down and address what is happening to Oka.
The event featured launching of the organization's constitution and sharing of palliatives, which includes rice, beans, gari, among others, to the women. In Oka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The Police Service Commission, PSC, says training would commence for the 10,000 newly recruited constables under its former chairman, Solomon Arasi. The PSC recruited 10,000 constables for the Nigerian police in June. However, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbotegun rejected the recruit, citing corruption in the process. The police claimed that some qualified candidates were replaced with unqualified ones, a claim the PSC strongly denied, and the PSC insisted that the recruitment would not be cancelled. Head of Press and Public Relations of the Commission, Ikechukwu Ani, urged the successful applicants to visit the recruitment website for details, saying that the Police Recruitment Board has approved the 10th of August 2024 for the commencement of the training for successful applicants of the 2022 Constable Recruitment Exercise. The candidates are expected to confirm their status by logging into the recruitment website to confirm further details on the training. On the foreign scene, landslide in India triggered by pounding monsoon rains have killed at least 45 people, with at least 250 others rescued from a landscape transformed by mud and debris. Officials say the southern coastal state of Kerala has been battered by torrential downpours, with blocked roads into the disaster area at Wayanad district, complicating relief efforts. District official D.R. Megasiri said that 45 people were dead and another 116 were in hospital for treatment. Homes were caked with brown sludge as the force of the landslide in parts scattered cars, corrugated iron and other debris around the disaster site. India's army said it had deployed more than 200 soldiers to the area to assist state security forces and fire crews in search and rescue efforts. Kerala State Excise Minister M.B. Rajesh said more than 250 people in total had been rescued so far. Modi's office said families of victims would be given a compensation payment of $2,400. According to the report, more rainfall and strong winds were forecast in Kerala by the state's disaster management agency. Over now to sports. Super Falcons forward Asishat Oshuala is upbeat about the team's chances of making it out of their group in the women's football tournament of the ongoing Paris Olympic Games, despite losing their first 2 matches. After starting their campaign with a 1-0 defeat to Brazil last Thursday, they fell by the same scoreline against Spain on Sunday, leaving them with a mountain to climb in their last game against Japan. The Falcons have lost their 2 matches so far, being the only team in the group without a win, and they are yet to score at the tournament. Oshuala, 29, is however confident that Nigeria can make it out of the tough group. She said they have to go all out against Japan and give everything to make the best out of it because they still have the opportunity to qualify. And that's just about it on the news tonight. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotelevision.org. A quick recap of our major stories. Deputy Governor Ibe Zim has flagged off You Need to Know campaign orders in Awka. SON has restated commitment to reducing impacts of substandard products in markets. Police Service Commission is to commence training for new intakes next month. I will tell you on the foreign scene that landslide has killed 45 people in India, over 100 others wounded. Before we go, here's a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good night.